So, nobody wants to be the kid who invites people to the party and then nobody shows up to their party, right? And honestly, when you're building a brand or a business, it feels exactly like that. Like you're consistently inviting people to your party with the understanding that they might not show up. In the past 3 years since we started our business, we have felt a lot of that. You know, we've done launches where we've put several hours into the entire process and then had one person sign up. We've had several months where not a single person subscribed to our newsletter or email newsletter. Several months where our Instagram and Facebook wasn't really growing. Workshops where only a small amount of people showed up. So we've definitely felt that over and over again in the last 3 years. And recently, from December 11th through January 7th, we've experienced our biggest surge of energy for new subscribers, followers, engagement, private messages, emails. And so that's what I want to share today. And I'm honestly sharing it for two reasons. One is I made the mistake of not writing down my stats before today, and that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. But I finally wrote them down. So as of today, our Instagram followers is at 2,570. Last year it was at, I believe, 800, and I had to go in and delete 200 to 300 fake followers or people who were not engaged whatsoever. So that's grown. Our email list. When we rebranded our company from 4Caliber to Citizen Zero, I really just wanted to start over with the email list. So at the time, I think we had close to 400 subscribers. I started over from zero, and today we have 417 subscribers, which took us 4 or 5 months to do, and the other list took us 3 years to build. And this has all been organic. And our engagement rate with our email list is very high right now, at about somewhere between anywhere from 30 to 60%, which is really good. Definitely above average, something that I'm really happy about. Our YouTube subscribers, we rebranded, I deleted 65 videos. At the time, I think we had 99 subscribers. And in the last 2 weeks, we have gained several subscribers and we're up to, I believe, 260 subscribers. So we got private Facebook group. So we're planning on doing some pretty big things inside of our private Facebook group this year. I just launched it 2 weeks ago, and we have 140 members in that group as well. So obviously these numbers aren't they're not extravagant. I follow a lot of people that run businesses who have millions of subscribers and followers and things. So these numbers seem very, very small, but I want to emphasize numbers are people. So let's take Instagram, for example, okay? 2,500, so almost 2,600 followers. When you look at somebody who has 500,000 followers, that looks like a very small number. However, my very first leadership seminar in Dallas, Texas, they rented out a very, very large room in a conference center that was around 3,000 people. It felt like a lot of people. So if you think about your followers that way, you put them all in a room, that's a lot of people. I guarantee you'd be really, really nervous talking to them on stage. Or our smallest number right now is our YouTube subscribers, right? At 260 people. My graduating class in high school was 90 people. That's almost triple my entire high school graduating class. Those are 260 people. So if you're doing anything today where you're building a business or a brand or having influence with people, adding value to them, teaching, whatever, do what I didn't do and start small. Maybe start at 0, and then a year later, jot down your stats of engagement, and then the next year write them down again. Because writing it down is really important, it's not just for me, half of this is for me. This is the last 3 weeks where we've had the surge of energy, it's been really exciting, and Derek and I are totally allowing ourselves to just feel it and be into it, and it's been really cool. I mean, man, the private messages and the engagement and just being able to like connect with real people online who live in North Carolina and Northern California, like it's a really cool feeling, and we're building trust and rapport with these people, and they're becoming friends, and we're meeting them in person. So like it's a really cool deal. So it's important for me to write it down, and I'm going to continue writing them down, but it's also important for people that you help in the future, because it brings a realistic aspect to them, being like, oh, okay, so Sarah in 2019 had this, and then in 2020 had this, like what was the difference? Or, okay, cool, she started from zero. So you're going to want to have that data to be able to help people down the future when they maybe didn't see you go through your entire struggle for the first 5 years. Okay, so those are our stats. Wanted to share those with you. Also, now I have this data written down on my social media, so that's helpful for me later. And the last thing I'm going to say is, some of you are probably thinking like, okay, well, what's been the difference between last year and this year, between like the engagement and the new subscribers, right? So the work is the work, the consistency is the consistency, and the message is the message. Those are not things that we've changed. I have gone on Instagram every day for the last 3+ years and written a post. I have worked to like just stay consistent, answer private messages, answer emails whenever they come in, write emails, send out the newsletter. So like the stuff that I needed to do that was consistent, even if not a single person engaged with me, it was something that I needed to do just as a task to do every day, because I knew that eventually over time it would matter. So your work is your work. You've got to do it. Your message is your message. Keep saying your message, because apparently eventually that's what people are going to know you for. And the consistency is the consistency. And I'd say consistency is up, like pretty up there. Some things have changed. 2019 was the first year that Derek and I actually felt opportunity knock on our doorstep. We have been trying to do different partnerships for the last 3 years, work on different strategies. Like some things have worked, some haven't. It's fine. We just keep going on to the next thing. So we keep reeling through strategies. That could be anything from going from like writing posts to making videos, from not having a blog to having a blog, from not having a YouTube channel to having a YouTube channel, from not knowing how to use YouTube thumbnails to using Adobe Spark and using YouTube thumbnails. It could be anything. Meeting people like the tactical, like doing the tactical games, and meeting people from Ballistic Advantage. Like these are all things that have absolutely helped build our engagement in the last 3 years, but it's because we did the work, said the message, and stayed consistent that things are happening. So do the work, stay consistent, spew your message, like send your message out. You're gonna be known for it eventually, and just keep going and write down your stats, because it's really important that you remember them.